Party people!
It's the Weeknd Throwdown with Jagger.
Shelley Rome here, hanging out with the beautiful, gorgeous, talented, amazing. I can't say enough nice words about you.
You're very sweet. Thank you.
Hi, Selena Gomez.
Hi.
Thank you for giving us some time today. We're so excited to talk to you.
Of course. I'm happy to be back here.
We're happy to have you. Jagger is a huge fan of yours. We all are, obviously.
I love him, too.
I'm going to tell him. He just blushed, and he doesn't even know why. I love your kitties.
Thank you. I know. I kind of have like a little animal print action going on. It's very pink and bright.
It's beautiful.
It's very comfortable. It's like pajamas.
You look super comfortable. Yeah, but it's super. I'm sure it's super trendy.
Oh, thank you. Right? I hope.
No, you're very trendy. We're always seeing the fabulous stuff that you're walking around in, and it's like we're like, why can't we look like that and like clothes like that? But
you know what? I think it's also very deceiving because when you're working and you're doing stuff, I'm not gonna lie, I got people.
You got people helping you.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't want people to sit there and think, "Wow." It's like, you know what? I got help.
The music, it's coming. It's here.
Yeah.
We have Bad Liar.
Yeah.
We love it.
Thank you.
Like, genuinely love the song.
Thank you.
It's sort of different. It feels new. It feels everyone's curious. How did that sound develop, or how did you get there?
Well, it is, I've been in the studio for over a year now. So for me, it was just we were wanting something that sounded refreshing when you were listening to it on the radio. And when you're sampling one of the greatest bands of all time, that's very intimidating as well.
Sure.
So
which you did them proud.
We were very, yes, as long as we got the approval from the band, we were very happy, which if people don't know, we sampled Talking Heads, and it was just one of the coolest moments ever to get that approval, that stamp of approval, because you just, for me especially, never thinking I would get to that place. So it just started with creating a story, talking about something that's very relatable. I was very single when I was, in the studio of talking about it, and now it feels like it's the right time, and I think everybody understands that feeling, that initial rush.
Oh my God! And it's the honeymoon phase. It's the like, oh, he's so great. Nothing he does annoys me yet.
Yeah, of course.
And then all of a sudden,
everything changes.
Yeah,
I haven't written that song yet.
Yeah, right. I was gonna say. So what's part two?
Exactly.
What comes next?
I'm in a very happy headspace at the moment, so I think right now that's what it is.
That's amazing, and that's incredible, and we're so happy for you. I asked a lot of your fans on Twitter, just some things that they wanted to know about the album. They're just curious about the sound of the album, and is it going to sound like Bad Liar? Is it,
It actually isn't. I think that's why it's been really exciting for me, because even the song I did with Kygo is completely separate from Bad Liar. So for me, I'm trying to just challenge myself in different areas of music and seeing where I can tap into and how and what I can do to make it unique. And so there isn't a direction. And I think that's what today is. Music is kind of all over the place, and I love being able to say that I'm a part of that. I love being able to create something that's new and fresh, and that's what, the next stuff that's coming after Bad Liar is so separate, and I think that's exciting.
Well, what does it sound like? What should tell us? Want to play it?
I wish I could. I can't help it because I do. I can't wait to share it with people, but it has that feeling, I'm all about translating emotion into what I feel. I'm such an emotional being, and I'm proud of that. So my music's just got a lot of good vibes, a lot of good feelings. It makes people feel things.
Yeah. Well, I think that's one of the things for me as a fan and I'm sure most of your fans would say this, one thing that we relate to you, because you can tell that when you're feeling something, you tell us.
Yeah.
When you're having a bad day, you're allowed. You're human. And it just translates so well. What's your songwriting like? I mean, do you just say, "Oh, I have an idea," and then you write something? I mean, how does that translate? From what you're feeling onto paper?
It depends. I think sometimes I'll go in and I'll say, "There's just stuff I have on my head and my heart, and I don't know where to start. Like, let's just talk about where I am." And then other times I'll just leave sessions because I don't feel anything. And I think that's important because I just try to stay true to where I am, and I try to understand what it means when I put my voice down on something. I don't want it to be just a song with a great beat.
Yeah.
It just doesn't work for me that way. I don't feel like I can resonate with it, and I can't connect that way.
Yeah.
So it's like storytelling for me. It's therapeutic.
Did you ever have a diary growing up? Like, were you able to write in a diary?
Yeah, for sure.
I definitely wasn't. I suddenly I have a feeling, but I can't translate it to paper, which is why I think it's so cool when you feel something, you want to get it out, you write it, and then actually a song comes of it. I think
it's hard. It's actually hard,
really
though.
hard.
There are some times where I'm just in a blank, like
Right.
space where I don't know what I'm trying to say.
Right.
It's just normal. I think it's good, but I always encourage people to get out what they're saying, what they need to say, what they want to feel, even if it's just talking with your friends. It's important to get it out.
Absolutely. When I was younger, because I could write a haiku, I'm like, oh, I'm a writer. My mom published 5 poems. I'm like, this is great. And all of a sudden I can't put one thought to paper. It's awful.
It's hard. It's hard.
It's super hard. So I know that the album is it done or is it?
I don't think so. I don't feel like it is, but at the same time, it could be.
Okay.
So that's where I am.
Is it ever really done? I know that's like, is it ever, or it has to be because you have a deadline.
It could be, but I don't. I think that's
Okay.
what's great about being in the position that I feel like I'm in right now. It's because I've tried to put my energy into where I want things to be and how I want it to come out, and I don't want to be all over the place. I want it to be very special, very unique, and I think that's what I want. It could be done, but it also maybe isn't.
Tonight you could go home and write, the greatest song of your life.
Maybe.
What's the greatest song you've ever written in your mind?
Oh gosh, that's so hard.
That's a specific
Kill 'Em with
fan
Kindness
question.
was
Okay.
really beautiful. I think for me that was such a great moment because it represents exactly who I am. And I think actually the original version, which was more of a piano ballad, was my favorite because it is very genuine, and I think the world needs a little bit more of that right now.
I totally agree. Can I just thank you for sticking with 13 Reasons Why and putting it out? And thank you for season 2.
Yeah, I'm very excited. The reaction of the first season was crazy. I definitely didn't expect it, but it was something that I was passionate about for years, and I knew that it was going to be a very difficult and complicated story to tell, and I understood what that was going to come with. So this season 2, I think it's great because it's going to answer a lot of those questions. There's going to be a lot of resolution and a lot of repercussions for things that are happening, and I think it's important that people talk about that.
I love that. I'm so excited. It's so important, and it's such a great piece of art. So again, thank you. Are we going to see you on it? Or you're sort of staying out?
I don't know. Originally, I was going to be in it.
I read that,
and then I think it would have distracted, to be honest, where I wanted it to go. So I think it was best with how it worked out. But who knows?
Yeah, who knows? And does Tony look like Bruno Mars or not? Like, I mean, what?
Do you know that so many people ask me that? It's the craziest thing to me.
Did you see that meme online with Tony and Fez had a baby? I was like,
I've seen that.
Not Tony. I'm sorry. Bruno and Fez had a baby. It would be Tony.
Yes.
Amazing.
I know what you're talking about. I've seen all the memes on it. It's hilarious.
It's so good. Thank you again for, giving us some time. And the music, we're excited for it. Bad Liars out. What, do we know when we're getting the second song? Or just, we need to stop.
Sooner than you think.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Yeah, I'm going to give you that.
Okay. Yeah, okay, we got something.
Yeah, you did.
Thank you, Selena.
My pleasure.
I'm trying.